I'm giving you enough to work on for months when you go home. Okay? But you kind of joked about, hey, I can do this in the hotel mirror. I agree, you can. Just like on the approach, 2 steps and stop is a good little drill. It got rid of the backward motion. If you're too forceful, you can't stop. You can watch in the mirror to see the distance, the pace. But even without a mirror, you can tell if you did it right or not, because when you didn't do it right, you couldn't stop. Okay? So that's a great little drill. So the first one we did, we tried to get rid of the backward motion, and we did a pretty good job of that, held pretty steady. And this is you thinking just no backward motion, hold that ball steady through one, and as slow as you can possibly push. And that's a fairly smooth push. Okay? Exactly. Some of these other ones, like if you even just look at the original one, it was quick, and you had the extra motion. But that's why your feet had to go so short and quick on 3 or 4. Had to catch up. And you're a good enough bowler, your body is smart enough to know if you end up way out of time, you're going to fall over. Your body prefers you not fall down all the time. So it's going to catch you up. So this one is less motion at the start and a smoother push. Okay. What's kind of cool about the video, it shows you visually of how your mind controls your body. And this is a huge mind game in case you haven't figured that out yet. Okay. This one here, same kind of thing. Just no backward motion, steady arm on 1, smooth push on 2. Right?
Is that ball too far out from my chest when I start?
Nope, you're fine.
Okay.
You're good.
Just
Elbows just kind of below the shoulder. You're fine. Okay. And even here we can show you on the original one, you set up close to the same, we raised the ball up on the left, which I think is a good thing. But notice on the right, we lose your arm. The ball comes right back to your body. We lose part of the ball even. And then it goes back out. So now on the left, we're kind of starting you where you got to after step 1 on the right. We lowered the right hand to help support some of the weight, some of the weight of the ball. And this one here, notice it doesn't go backward. Okay, so not bad. It's already a little higher on that step than the one on the right by a couple inches. Well, then we kind of forced the issue. And I got up on the approach with you. And I made you late. Just so you could see what would happen with the footwork. You had 3 and 4. You had to. You needed more time. The other thing to consider is the fluidity of 1-2. We don't want hesitant. Fluid steps. Once is here. Fluid steps. 1-2. Always quicker than a normal walk, but kind of normal sized. So this was a little bit, when you tried to delay the push more, the steps got more hesitant. This one here, I said just walk, fluid steps, and I manipulated the ball big time. But you had steps then. Okay. So then I said, let's exaggerate without me being up there. I want you to hold that ball until step 3. And that felt like crap. And you did really good, because usually when I say that, the person pushes right on time and we have exactly what we want. You actually delayed it a long time, which is impressive because that's hard to do. Ideally, yeah, we want the ball belt level, your chest level. So now your steps had to be bigger and slower on 3 and 4 to give you time. I mean, look how big 4 is now. So you actually got a little bit late. You ended in time because you pulled a little bit. But, and again, not a bad position on the foul line, despite what you felt. Okay. So then this one here, I said, now I want you to push a hair late, not as late as when we exaggerated, but then smooth and easy. A little late, a little slow. And you did the timing right, but your body couldn't hold back and you jammed it out there. Watch the push. You held it, and your body's like, I can't stand it. Okay? But that just shows you muscle memory. That's what your muscles want to do. They want to be forceful with that push. So we did one more, and this is actually a really nice one. You pushed a hair late, is what it felt like, and you were kind of smooth with the push also. And you actually had a 3 and a 4.
I stuttered between the two again.
That's your body fooling you back a little
Wait
bit.
on that delay. Trying to,
So that's where when you go home and you work on the push away, do 10, 15 shots on that push, just like this. That's really not a bad one. Even that's a hair forceful. If you're forceful, you lock. You don't have to lock. Okay? If you're less forceful, you don't lock. That's what the 2-step and stop exercise is for. But then if you feel like my steps are getting slow and hesitant, you do 1 or 2, 3 shots, quicker 1 and 2, then go back to the push away thought. If the steps get hesitant, you go back to the footwork, then you go back to the push away. You have to be ready for how your body's going to fool you back. Because if you're ready for how your muscles want to fool you back, your muscles will eventually say, fine, do whatever the hell you want. Okay? It takes a while. But again, you have to show your muscles who's boss. You have to say, I want you to do this on this shot. And it's a good thing to exaggerate past where you want to be, because then you can back off easier. And that's how we got steps. After I made you exaggerate, you have steps now. If we compare timing-wise to the original shot, let's go to step 1 on the right. You have that backward motion on step 1. Let's go to step 1 here. A little backward motion, but not near as much. Okay. On step 2, hey, you push right on time. That's you think you to push a hair late. Okay. That's where the ball is on step 2. This one here, you push a hair early and a hair quick. That's a whole ball difference in height. That's a lot better. Okay. Yes, ideally you want to keep that right hand with the ball as you push, so you can't quite lock. That's a 2-step and stop exercise. So now, on the right, the ball's in the swing early. You need short, quick steps to catch up. On the left, the ball wasn't in the swing as early. You didn't need as short a step. And notice the ball's not quite as high on the left as on the right, with a bigger step, which tells you the footwork is related to the swing. Okay? Top of the swing at the end of step 4. Top of the swing at the end of step 4. Look at the size of the step difference. The backswing is in the same place. We're getting you there differently. Now look at the sign behind your butt on the left. It says USB-C.
way more forward.
We can't see what the sign says on the right. And you have the same swing to complete with a lot more room to do it. So you're going to end up really far from the foul line. Foot stops, ball comes through. Same thing here. Foot stops, ball comes through. Already, hey, you didn't fold your arm in half as much. Came up a little bit better. So that changed itself. And your finishing position is fine. And notice that the right arm has less motion. So you see how the ending is cleaning itself up with no work, which shows you the ending wasn't the issue. Okay? Not bad. Let's play these 2 shots in slow motion together. These are both the same length clip. So you on the left starts walking before you on the right. I'm guessing you on the right's going to catch up. You start pushing sooner on the left than on the right. Watch at the release point. Same.
Wow.
So we're not changing your ending timing, we're getting you there differently.
Figure out the first 3.
Exactly right.
Because that's pretty basic. You have to start properly before you.
Exactly right. It's a chain reaction of events happening. And like I said, you're good enough bowler, you're always going to end in time. So this is a pretty good shot. And like I said, short term, this is what I have you think about. To you, it feels a hair late and very slow and easy with the push. So I think a little late, ease it out is a good kind of key thought for the start. The footwork will kind of do itself. If you feel like step 3 gets really short and quick, you're being too forceful with the push away, causing the step to get short and quick. Okay. That's not too bad. Huh? And we're fighting lots of years of muscle memory. We did this in a little over an hour. The whole reason we're working all this crap, not that this is crap, is so that the stuff on the lane gets better. Ball motion, ball reaction, pin carry, higher scores, win more money, work less physically to do it. Okay? That's why we're working on this. Okay. All right, let's stop the disc here.